recently found a very interesting statement in this article that's up on screen. Doing some research for the thing of when somebody is identified as an arch heretic, are Catholics allowed to even mention that person? It comes to the thing of excommunication and whatever else, and because I've seen this over the years, where a lot of supposed brethren, they will not name my name. They don't name names. And yet in the King James Bible, Paul named enemies' names. And I've seen this really weird thing over the years of, there's just this weird thing of, I can't say his name, I don't want to say his name, certain preacher, and I know that they're talking about me, and it's bizarre. And so I'm seeing if this is a Roman Catholic teaching. Looking at this website here, this Catholic article, and it goes down through here, and I found something else that's very interesting here. And it says here, the teaching of the popes, fathers, and doctors. Catholics do not call non-Catholics by the name Christian because they are not true followers of Christ. Pope Pius XII made this clear when he taught us that, quote, and look at this, to be Christian, one must be Roman. Now, if you understand what's really going on here, there are two swords that the Catholic Church teaches that they have, temporal and spiritual. Right, now I've read this quote many times. This is the Church Teaches Documents of the Church in English translation by Jesuit Fathers of St. Mary's College. Right there. You can see that. And it says, we are taught by the words of the gospel that in this church and under its control there are two swords, the spiritual and the temporal. Both of these, that is the spiritual and the temporal swords, are under the control of the church. The first is wielded by the church, the second is wielded on behalf of the church. The first is wielded by the hand of the priest, the spiritual in other words. The second by the hand of kings and soldiers, but at the wish and by the permission of the priests. Sword must be subordinated to sword, and it is only fitting that the temporal authority should be subject to the spiritual. Now, what happened in the first century? You had the ancient Roman Empire, the ancient legions of Rome and Caesar and all that other stuff. And they merged and became the Roman Catholic Church. Catholic being universal. But we've never left that kingdom. It's just merely changed now to the part iron, part miry clay. I do believe that we are in the fifth kingdom. I do not believe that the fifth kingdom is yet coming, and the Roman Empire just kind of faded away, and now just for, almost, 1700 years or something, we've just kind of been, there's no world kingdom. I don't believe that way. I believe that the Roman Catholic Church controls all the different politics out there, of course, the politicians and kings and whatever else. That's why you read about Revelation chapter 17, that the woman reigns over the kings. She's a city, and she reigns over the kings of the earth. Right? It's never gone away. And I just find it very interesting. Oh, we're going out to convert people and make them Christians. Well, Pope Pius XII, that signed a concordant with Franz von Papen, I think it was, before World War II started, that the Nazis would get the aid of the Catholic Church. Pope Pius XII there said to be Christian, one must be Roman. I mean, you're looking at it on screen. So are they really converting people, or are they conquering people and turning people into Roman citizens? And if you become a Roman Catholic, if you join the Catholic Church, you are a citizen first and foremost of Rome. And your allegiance is first to Rome. Oh, it's just a religion. It's not a religion. It is a political system. Let me show the quote here on the page 74 of the Church Teaches. See if I can get it in there. I've showed this quote before in other studies, but right there it is. If you can see that. You can pause that and read it. But I found that kind of shocking. So just another little interesting thing there. Catholic tie-in, and I have another article here that I printed out by Edward T. Oakes, a full Jesuit priest, also on the thing of why you shouldn't name heretics and whatever else. So two different articles. I'm probably going to put this into a study eventually, but I've seen this thing with the Baptists. You leave their system, and it's just kind of, you get shunned. You don't even exist. I mean, I've seen, leave a Baptist church, and whatever else, and you see them later on, a week or two later after you've officially left, and they just pretend you don't even exist. And it's just, okay, and how many people have, gone against me over the years, and they just, I'm not saying the name, I just refuse to say the name of this heretic, kind of a weird thing. So another little sign that you're dealing with a papist is if they come out and they don't name names in their sermons. That should be a little bit of a concern there, because it's not a New Testament practice. They named names. Alexander the Coppersmith did me much evil. I mean, it's all about naming names, just being honest. So, like I said, it'll probably come out with something a little bit more detailed in the future. Don't know when. It's just one of the projects I've been thinking about. But just a very interesting quote. To be Christian, one must be Roman. I mean, chapter and verse on that one, please. So just thought I'd put a little video together on that very quickly. We'll see what we can come out with in the future on that. Thank you for watching.